Huh. I don't understand. Gonna need more clarification on this one.
Well, just sit back in that chair right there, boy, and I'll tell you why they did what they did. How about it, y'all? You got Hawg, your Southern Diablo 4 resource. Thanks for stopping by. So, Blizzard did it again. They made everybody cry and everybody scratch their heads. And I was even kind of shocked by it, going, man, where'd this reset dungeon button go? And then I sat back and I thought about it and I looked around and did some research. And it actually makes sense why they took away the reset dungeon button. So, we had a lot of crying going. I mean, I'm talking about the most ridiculous amount of crying you've ever seen in your life. Um, Everybody was talking about the dungeons were boring as hell. It's completely repetitive. Like, I think there was multiple news articles about how boring and repetitive the dungeon was in the beta. So let's break down real quick as a quick refresher for everybody. A beta test, and Blizzard even said this to begin with. The game was incomplete. It was a beta test, beginning of the game, for you to test the loads of the server and provide feedback on the beginning of the game. So we had this little button called Reset Dungeons, and you could actually go in a dungeon, complete the whole damn thing, and then click that button and it would reset the dungeon for everybody. This is the number one reason why you were bored doing dungeons, besides the fact that it was just the very beginning of the game. I even found it with my clan. We went into a dungeon, we found the best one to farm, and we just did it over and over and over and over and over again. Of course it's going to get repetitive and boring if you farm one dungeon over and over and over again in Act 1. Like, that's a no-brainer. So when we actually think about it and look at it with an educated brain, you go, okay, maybe this isn't the whole thing. And then Blizzard comes out and says, hey, y'all, we did that as kind of the beta. Like, everything is laid out the same as the beta. And possibly, has anyone thought that, maybe that reset dungeon button was just meant to be there in the beta? This is what we get for assuming that the game is done upon beta test. This is what we get for wishing that there'd be changes and balancing and all this. This is what you get. You reach out, you cry, and you bitch and moan and whine about how shitty and how trash the game is, and you want all this balance and stuff. And then you cry when they actually do an effort to make sure that you're not farming the same dungeon over and over and over again so that you're bored and stop playing the game. And then you go get on the forums and talk about how stupid and boring and repetitive the dungeon system is. Well, that's why, because you were allowed to reset the dungeons. So you're going to be forced to move around the world. Remember, we only saw 20% of the map. There's still 80% of the world out there for us to go discover. You're going to be forced to go out there. There's over 100 dungeons. So you're going to have to go do them. That's the whole point of being open world. It's not Diablo 3. There's so many people that are looking through this game through the lens of Diablo 3. It's not the same game, okay? You're not going to just click on a pylon and farm the same shit over and over and over again. That's what everybody hated about Diablo 3. So if they give you a reset dungeon function in there, it's going to turn it into the same shit we've been doing. Embrace the new game.
Brother?
I'm Paul. You must be Tommy.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Let them make the changes that they need to do, because they're only professional developers. None of us can write a damn game. As much as we think that we can write a game, we have no idea what goes into writing a game. They know what they're doing. Let's let them do their thing. We gave them the feedback that we need to give them about the beta, and let's see what happens. But I hate to just say, like, blindly trust the developers, but there's a plan for everything, and you never know. They might just be trolling us at this point. So just bear with them. Relax.
Nothing to worry about at all. Just relax.
That reset dungeon is a good thing. It's a good thing it's gone, because otherwise we would be stuck in one dungeon, the dungeon of poop hell, or whatever the hell it would be called, and that's all we would do over and over and over again, and we would go back to playing something else. So that's the reality. Let's calm down about that being gone. Of course, everyone's got to have something to cry about, especially these guys right here. Let's just calm down and enjoy the game, and we only have 46 more days or 45 more days until the game comes out. We're almost at the home stretch. It's going to be fine. Listen, y'all, if you need a community to run with, the House of Hawg, links in the description below. We ain't mild, we wild over there. We got Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo 3, and Diablo 4 players and content for you to enjoy over there. As well as if you want to be a Patreon, links in the description for that as well. If you want to support the channel like my kick-ass Patreons. Eros and Ava and the Andes, thank y'all so much. Just helps continue the channel grow. And we are waiting anxiously for the Diablo 4 developers live stream. That is coming out in 3 days. So that will be 4/20 at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific. I will be live streaming that so you can catch my reaction. Or if you just want to hang out with me while we're watching it and see what the end game of Diablo 4 is going to be like, make sure to join me there. But until then, we'll see you next time.